Alright, so I'm a bit late to this one, but Jorja Smith has just released her second studio album. It's only been like 5 years or something, and there's so many different styles and genres on this album. I feel like there's something for everyone to enjoy on this project. So in today's one, I'm going to be making a beat in the style of the album Falling or Flying. Alright, so I'm in FL Studio as always. There's so many different styles on this album, I don't really know which one to go with for my reference. So I think a safe bet is probably to do the most popular one, and the one that I have the least amount of experience with. Real quick, I'm going to set the BPM to roughly 136, and I think I'm probably going to start with the most important part of the beat, which is the drum bounce. I don't really know how this is going to go, because I've only really made this like 2 or 3 times, but... Definitely gonna need like a repeating element. I know I use this pretty often, but I'm gonna go into Cuba Collection and use the cajon instrument. And it sounds pretty aggressive, but I think if I lower the velocity, it'll be okay. Alright, and I think with that we got a pretty solid drum pattern to start off with. Definitely need some like shaker loops, and I'm gonna have a look around for that now. I was trying to see how long I would last not using splice, but turns out the answer is not that long. I mean, I could definitely use that. I'm probably gonna have to time stretch this a little bit. I'm thinking about using this one. But I feel like the percussion sounds are too loud, and I think they're going to get in the way of the rest of the pattern. So what I might do is just cut out some of these more aggressive parts and just leave the more subtle percussive elements. Alright, last one. One more thing. Oh, I'm never gonna get over that drum fill. Okay. Alright, I think if I add any more to the drums, it's just gonna get way too crowded. So I'm gonna move on to the melodic elements. And to start off, I should probably add some sort of bass line. It's gonna be kind of difficult though to not make it sound exactly the same, but I'll do my best as always. And I think I'm gonna use my favorite bass preset. I think for the main melody, I'm going to open up Keyscape, and I'm going to use like one of the default pianos. Wait, okay, wait. I think it sounds cool, but it's too soft for me, so I'm going to layer that with something else. So I'm just going to clone Keyscape, and instead of a grand piano, I think I'm going to use a Rhodes instrument instead. Bro. Okay, to be honest, I have like no idea where to go from here, but I do want these stabs at the end to stand out a bit more, so I might layer that with something else. I think some staccato horns would sound nice, and I'm going with this one. And for those that don't know any music theory or anything, it's just basically staccato on steroids. So I think I'm just going to take the stabs and then copy and paste them into the trumpet part. So far it sounded pretty good. So now I want to move on to like the more chilled out verse areas, and I don't really have any ideas for that apart from maybe using a guitar. I'm just going to go into Splice and then see if I can find like a vocal element or something to work with. Alright, I don't think I can use that for a main melody, but it might be nice for like an accent or something. I'm gonna drag that in. Now obviously that can't be like the main melodic element, and I think a nylon guitar is used in the reference track, so I might try that. I might use this one. Like that, okay. Alright, sounds cool, but once again, way too robotic. So I'm gonna move a couple of things around, see if I can make it sound a bit more human. Alright, definitely sounds way more human now. I think what I might do is start a new pattern and try and arpeggiate those chords for a bit more melodic variety. It sounds cool, but I don't know if I'm entirely sold on this melody, to be honest. It sounds a bit too serious, you know? I think I've got all the content that I need now to arrange the beat, so I'm gonna give everything a quick mix down, and we'll see what it sounds like at the end. I think I've mixed and arranged everything. The only thing that I've really added is an extra vocal accent during the hook. It sounds like this. Really subtle, like I basically buried it in the background. But all I did was increase the pitch by 1 octave, decrease the volume, and added some reverb and stuff like that. And to be honest, I'm really new to this style of production, so I don't have that much experience mixing these kind of beats. So even though the mix might be a bit mad, I do want to see what it sounds like with an acapella, so I've added one here. Let's give it a listen. Alright so far. To be honest, that turned out way better than I thought it would. I think when there aren't any instruments in the background, the mix sounds okay, like the drums and the acapella sound pretty balanced. As soon as the pianos and brass instruments come into it, it starts to get a bit mad. Other than that, I think it's okay. I think if you've been watching the channel over the past couple of months, you may notice that I've been uploading slightly more often, so twice a week mainly. For the next couple of months, I'm going back to 1 upload per week, which sounds bad, but I think it means I'm going to have more time to work on a better video overall. And that weekly video will always be up at 6 PM BST. I don't know what that is in other time zones, probably just leave it on the screen here. And once again, I wanted to say thank you again for the support on the channel. I really appreciate like all of the tips and all of like the video suggestions, stuff like that. Kind of a surprise, like I didn't know I'd be able to learn FL Studio technology through my comment section, but of course thank you for watching, and hopefully if you're looking for some inspiration, this video helped you in some way. Of course, if you enjoyed, feel free to like and subscribe. So let's listen to the final beat and see what I could do better for next time.